Alright, welcome back. In this video, we'll explore the impact of the news media on citizens. Alright, well, there has been an increasing demand for media and political communications, which has led to two things: debate over media bias, as well as debates over the impact of media ownership and partisan news sites, and whether they are good or bad for democracy. Alright, so we have seen a definite increase in the last couple of decades in ideologically oriented news, where Fox leans conservative, MSNBC much more liberal. It's important to point out that there is a difference between reporting and commentary. Reporting is just saying what today's news stories are. Commentary is giving opinions about those stories. The thing is that on cable news, it has become, those lines have been very, very blurred, where in one sentence they're reporting the news and then they're immediately giving commentary. And so this has led to those charges of media bias. Kind of in the more old days, the New York Times and Wall Street Journal, for instance, their reporting would be relatively unbiased. Their opinion pages, however, would be very biased. New York Times would be very liberal. In their opinion pages, Wall Street Journal more conservative. But today, again, there's been a blurring of lines there. Alright, in search of more viewers, news coverage has become, as we've talked about, more sensationalistic, more biased, with more commentary and less substance than ever before. And again, this is sometimes blamed on the profit motive that news corporations and owners have. Alright, with partisan news sites, they provide biased and ideological news coverage. So if you only want to read conservative stuff, it would be very easy for you to live in a conservative news bubble. Likewise with liberal, you could do that as well. The problem is, obviously, that might not be of high quality. We don't know what the other side thinks on things. It probably doesn't lead to very good political discourse, and even to the demonization of people on the other side, where you assume people who disagree with you must be either super evil, because how could they possibly disagree with me? I know I'm right on my side. Alright, we have 5 things we're going to discuss in the next few videos that impact the level of political knowledge of citizens, so let's get right to it. Alright, we have a dramatic increase in media choices. So, more choices for news than ever before. Unfortunately, many are of dubious quality, so we don't really know how good they are, and a lot of times we do know. They're not good at all. They're downright terrible. They are essentially shills for one ideological perspective. They don't offer balanced news coverage. They don't report in a fair or neutral, unbiased way, but are there to reinforce an opinion. So this has led us to a situation in which we have access to more information than ever before, but citizens are often less informed, or even worse, misinformed. This is when not that they don't know, it's that they know and they think that they know something correct, but it's actually false. And that is something that's really tough to deal with, is the misinformation of many citizens. Alright, with ideologically oriented programming, we've discussed this already in this video and the previous ones. Many seek out sources that appeal to their personal beliefs. And that's on any side of the ideological spectrum. So it's not to say one side does this and the other one doesn't. This is a natural thing to do. However, again, this causes us to miss the whole picture and to perhaps start to believe things and repeat things that may not actually be true. Alright, the goal of media organizations is to make money, so journalism standards have fallen as they compete for clicks, views, and ratings. So that's the goal. The goal is not to inform. At least the primary goal isn't to inform. It's not even to inform you in a biased way. It's to make money. And so they have found that by being more ideological, by being more dramatic, that helps them get ratings and clicks and views. And so that's what many have done. Social media often reinforces existing beliefs, leads to confirmation bias as people are told what they already agree with. Again, whether we are viewing this as being the result of Twitter algorithms or, bots on Facebook or whatever it is, or just the fact that you choose who to follow on Twitter and what to click on and what to read on these social media platforms, there definitely does seem to be this bubble that some people are able to create for themselves, which conservatives only hear and seek out other conservative opinions. Liberals do the same with liberal opinions, libertarians with libertarian opinions. This increases polarization as you confirm that my side is definitely right. The other side must be insane, evil, or stupid, because how could they disagree with us? We are definitely right over here. People become more partisan, more polarized, a breakdown of our political discourse. All right, and we have uncertainty over credibility of news sources and information. So sometimes people struggle to determine the objectivity or credibility of a news source. So is this site or news story objective, or is it pushing an agenda? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Is it credible? What were their sources? How can I trust this news? There are sites that all they do is publish fake news, and I mean that in the real meaning of that term, as in news that is not real, that is intentionally inaccurate. Some also struggle with the idea that there are bots that intentionally misinform, or that there are intentional misinformation campaigns that foment discord and rancor on social media. Again, trying to make people more partisan, trying to be divisive. And this as well influences and affects our relationship with getting the news. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. This has been a La Money production.